That's all right. Is it on? Hello? Mic testing? Mic testing? Tell me, give me a thumbs up when to start.
No, are you ready, ma'am?
I'm ready. Good morning. We are just doing a quick tech check because we are live streaming as well. So a quick check on that. Mr. Robbins, I'm waiting for your thumbs up. When we are ready, we go live. All right, so a warm welcome to all the parents and students who now onwards are going to be called as cognitions. Welcome to PNC Cognition School. All the students and the parents, yes, it is an all new journey. We are starting all fresh academic year 25-26, and I see some familiar faces here in the hall. So welcome, and let's get started to the orientation which we have for grades 1 to 9. We already have completed our orientation for early years as well as our incoming batch of AS levels. So can we have the next? To begin with, I must say that when you took admission here, I'm sure that my team has already taken you through the briefing on the curriculum. You have an overview, but this is our formal opportunity so that all of us come on the same page to understand how things work right from our early years to our grade 12, which is the AS and A level. Our vision is to establish a model society that will create, support and maintain a highly effective learning environment supplemented by powerful global comradeship and well-being. Our mission, we believe our school motto is explore, excel and exceed. And that is something which is the key to success for 21st century students, citizens. I would like to introduce you to our chairman, Mr. Ramanjanya SRB, Mr. Nagesh, who is our director, and Ms. Rakshita, who is our director too. Now, we are a Cambridge pathway school. How is a Cambridge pathway different from any of the other curriculum? The curriculum framework which we follow, Cambridge, is offering the curriculum framework right from early years to grade 12, which is the AS and A level. And let me take you through how we are different from any of the other national curriculums. So in most of the other curriculum, you might have seen that there is no structured curriculum framework for early years, preschool, kindergarten. But here, when we say we are a pathway school, we follow the curriculum from Cambridge right from early years, which is age 3, going on up to grade 12, up to age 19. And that's a spectrum given. It can vary from child to child. Cambridge Early Years, which is for age 3+, a play-based program with a holistic curriculum, engaging resources and support to measure progress. Now, I'm not going to touch upon that because this particular orientation grades 1 and above, you have already crossed that and you are here. Cambridge Primary, which is for ages 6+. Now, we follow Cambridge Primary from grades 1 to 4. And while there are plenty options, but we follow our curriculum in terms of from Cambridge, there's a plethora of subjects. We have a structured curriculum which offers various subjects, giving you clear, adaptable curriculum, flexible assessment options, a very structured approach to our assessments. We want our children to be regular, consistent, and hence there is a structured assessment pattern. A little later, when I introduce you to my team for every department, right from primary years to lower secondary to high school. The coordinators will take you through the journey, how we assess the students. There are two main assessment patterns, formative. Now that is something which is an ongoing thing, and nobody can take away the essence, the importance of hard work and consistently. So while there is no academic pressure built on the children, but we want the children to build on those skills, to learn for life, and the concepts have to be very, very clear. So formative assessments at various junctures when short concepts have been taught. To sum it up, at the end of the semester comes the semester exams. Moving on to the lower secondary, which is grades 5 to 8. Now again, the Cambridge pathway is aligned to NEP 2020. I'm sure that all the parents sitting here in this room have either read in the news or have been following various channels. There's a major hue and cry about NEP 2020 implementation. Now let me tell you that you do not have to worry, because Cambridge curriculum is already aligned, and you see a lot of things which are being introduced in NEP are already being practiced by students of Cambridge. Okay? There is activity-based learning, there is a vocational training subject which already the child has to, and it's in place for more than 30 years. So you know it is a well-structured curriculum, and things are already in place which our students, teachers have been practicing for several years. And at the end of lower secondary, that is grade 8, we have, now you might have heard that there was an introduction to bringing in board exams in grade 5 and grade 8. Now let me tell you, in Cambridge curriculum already, I don't want to use the word board exam here, but Cambridge already offers checkpoint at the end of grade 5 and at the end of grade 8, which is already in place. Now, how does that help you? It helps you to assess your child, to know where my child stands with regard to global standards for those 3 core subjects, namely English, math and science. Now don't get scared because this is not mandatory. Okay, while all students in the class are going to be trained the same material, the same curriculum, everything 100% same for everyone. You as a parent, if you are someone who wants to make a choice that I would like my child to go in to sign in for a checkpoint in grade 5, in grade 8, most welcome to do. It is highly recommended because it's giving you a clear pathway moving ahead to Cambridge IGCSE, to move ahead to Cambridge AS and A-level. It gives you the understanding, showing the progression path for your own child. And of course, yes, if you are in grade 5, in grade 8, we will further have the checkpoint orientation, or once we split into the smaller groups, you could possibly have your queries with regard to that. Now comes the most famous program, and this is something that all of you might have heard people saying, my child goes to IGCSE school, right? So IGCSE actually is a certificate program for 9th and 10th. So only 9th and 10th program is called as IGCSE. Okay? It's a 2-year program. The curriculum, the coursework is run over 2 years, that is grade 9 and 10. From there, the children move to 11th and 12th, which is called as Cambridge AS, Advanced Subsidiary, and A, Advanced Level. What are the attributes of a Cambridge learner? And this wheel is something in every single meeting from all the teachers who are handling Cambridge. You all the time will hear that the Cambridge philosophy is to build in 21st century skill in our students. You will find a Cambridge learner to be confident in working with information and ideas One that is of their own and those of others. Frequently, you will see that children are involved in team projects because by many of us present here, the adults today in the work industry, you realize that collaboration, which was never emphasized during the school years, it is such a key attribute we require to work in a team. None of us adults present here are working in isolation. So collaboration is the key, and hence we give ample opportunities for our students to be working in collaboration through various means, through team projects and the activities which they have. Another important attribute is to be responsible for themselves, responsive to and respectful of others. So children take up initiatives, they take up tasks. A lot of our senior students, they come up themselves, bringing in, taking charge for social issues, causes. Last year, some of the students have run a charity drive for animal shelter. So, and that they started, we had to amalgamate two programs of entrepreneurship and social initiative for them, wherein they ideated the whole idea of the building of the entrepreneurship model, where they came up with creative ideas, generated funds, and then with this, they identified, because we know that today there is a chance of, when children have generated funds, and these are young children, there is a chance of it falling into the wrong hands. So they had to go, do the groundwork, come back, talk to a teacher, do a little groundwork, and then whether it was going to a underprivileged or a school which was meant for the orphans, or animal shelter, in two different cases they took up these kind of social initiatives, and they've really made us proud. Reflective and developing their ability to learn. Now, this again is something from the times immemorial. We've been hearing through discussion or a debate, you form your own perception. The complete independence is that of the child, because we want to bring out that uniqueness in every individual. But the whole idea of reflecting upon, and hence our teaching method is one that of reflective, innovative, and equipped for new and future challenges. Now, I will repeat this, and maybe when you meet the teachers, when you further have an opportunity, you will find that unlike many other curriculum where the questions are based directly from the chapters, from the text which is given in the book. Now, if you think that it's going to work like that, definitely not. Because in Cambridge curriculum, child right from the early years, of course, grade 11 and 12, the AS and A level is a complete different ball game, because children are required to make independent research. And it is a high research quality work that the children at AS and A level are required to present. But having said that, in primary years, in lower secondary, in high school, at IGCSE level, do not expect that the questions, the assessments, whether it is the formative or the summative or the teamwork or the project, is just going to be based on the textbook chapters. They have to build the ability to look beyond, to read, to have this discussion, to go and do further extended research, read up extra. And hence, these children think beyond books. We want them to make innovative solutions, to create, to come up with their own creativity, to make new things. Engaged intellectually and socially, ready to make a difference. Now, we like to call our school as a happy school, a safe and appreciative environment for all students. In that note, I must add that bullying in any form is zero tolerance for us. Absolutely not in any form, even in the verbal form, not allowed. So I would like to reiterate this to parents that in case, and children are children, right? So they get mischievous, we have to correct them. But if at all you sense anything, while we do not allow this at all, we are very strict about that, but if ever, quickly reach out. Your teacher is all the time. Some or the other teacher is all the time available. And that's the reason you might have observed that on every floor, we have staff room close to the classrooms, right? So teacher is just on the same corridor next door, and while teachers are all the time in the classroom. Value-based and empathetic faculty. Now, yes, we are following a global curriculum. We want to see our children as global citizens, but yet we believe in our value system. That way, I think each one of us present here take a lot of pride that we Indians believe in a strong value system. And here at PNC, that is very, very close to our heart. Uniqueness of each child is recognized. So any child wants to take up something new. The school is very, very supportive. We make a lot of opportunities for the students right from the class level to the school or even inter-school, I would say. Opportunities to all students is given equally. Yes, you can understand that if it is about the representation is, we have a cutoff given of only one representation, then it is competitive. Then the child is chosen based on his or her own ability to make that cut and represent if it is a school representation. Every child is given an opportunity to shine and excel, and hence builds a holistic picture of every single Cambridge learner. What subjects will your child learn? Now, this is a very generic graphic which I am representing here, because right now in the room I have a varied group of students right from grade 1 to grade 9. Your coordinators will be speaking to you further in detail, and you also are going to receive the timetable. In that, you will precisely know what subjects are in offer for your child. But as Cambridge curriculum, we offer new computing, which is part of digital literacy, English as first language, second language, we are offering Hindi, French and Kannada, mathematics, music. This year, we are also starting with music lab for keyboard and guitar, but in a year, a particular section, a particular set of students will be able to learn only one of the instrument. So next year, we will change that. Physical education, I cannot emphasize more on that how important today it is to make sure that the child is active, going outdoors, playing, emphasis on the physical fitness, because somewhere, of course, there is a lot of good things that happen with technology. We are able to really go many folds high. Today, I don't want to emphasize more on AI. You are all using, we are all in this world using it. It's seeped into our life. So technology is needed. It is the need of the hour. It is no more a privilege. It's a mandate. We all have to learn. We have to upskill. We are using it. We can't live without that. But having said that, you don't want children to overuse that, to be completely dependent on that. They are mindlessly swiping and scrolling and doing nothing, right? I'm sure many of you have come across the term, brain rot. Those unnecessary reels which are mindlessly scrolling, the kind of feed that is there in their system. Somewhere we need to cut that down, and I will speak about the theme for the year, which we have decided on digital wellness. So physical education becomes that much important that we tell the child that get up from your seat, go, get moving, take up any one sport that you like and hone your skills on that. Even if you don't make a career out of it later, by the time you are our age, some hobby for your fitness should be added into yourself. Sciences, again, from grade to grade level, in the junior classes, it's just referred as general science. As you go to higher grades, it splits into more concrete physics, chemistry, and biology, art and design. Cambridge Global Perspectives is a subject which, to some of you, it might be a new subject. Now, let me give you a little glimpse on what global perspectives entails. It is any of the aspect from our daily life, something I may say like what we used to study as social studies. So you might see that a social studies book is being used, but the topic is being dealt with completely the Cambridge way of dealing with global perspectives. Now, I may want to take a simple example for you to be able to relate to that. Water. Okay, we all recently saw how important water is when there was this India and Pakistan conflict happening. The first thing which was touched upon was water, right? Now, water is a concept you can teach in science, you can teach in social studies, or it impacts each and every living thing. How global perspectives teacher is going to handle a topic like that is it will start from within, from me as an individual, how it impacts my users or whatever the content of the subject is. Moving on to build the concept to your community level, to build on the community, the concept to your state level, to country level, to international level. So can you see that concept building, which is from me to the global level? And through various methods, through various strategies, we are making those associations. So your child is definitely going to learn all of those concepts in social studies, but in a complete, all new method, in all new way, in a complete different perspective, which will add the global perspective to their way of thinking is going to be that way. A little about our academic excellence. I would like to say that we like to call ourselves as academically inclined, but giving equal importance to all the curricular and co-curricular activities. A quick glimpse when we do our timetable, when we do the allocation of subjects and various activities which is laid in your time, in the student's timetable. In early years, it's 80% of holistic development, the co-curricular activities, and this is every single activity put together beyond books. Okay, whether it is art, or it is dance, or music, or going theatre, exploring out in the nature, all of that is given about 80% weightage and 20% to the academics. Now, 10 point down, it keeps decreasing as you go to higher grades. So, by the time the child reaches to grade 12, grade 11 and 12, that is AS and A level, it becomes 80%, it becomes 90% of academics and 10% of the other activities. So giving them the scope for going for Model United Nations, or we have maker space where they make things, they build, it's a tinkering lab where we have a 3D printer, we have electronic components, there is Arduino board. So they are making inventions. I'm keeping all that beside, away from the textbook, the core academic subject. So can you see that how the weightage flips from early years where it was 80-20, 80% of co-curricular and 20% of academics. By the time the child has reached to 11th and 12th, it's become 10 and 90, 10% of co-curricular and 90% of academics. And that's transitions phase-wise. We also have a formal career counseling for grades 9 to 12, wherein we have these guest lectures, speakers. We are signed up with a company who train the children, who guide the children, who mentor the children, so much so that there are a psychometric test which helps them. It is about letting them know what lies ahead, what are the various options. I come from a time when during my times, if you got good marks, you could go to science. If you did not get very good marks, go to commerce. If you have nothing to do, go for arts. Right? I'm sure that some of you can relate to that. But things have moved. Today, commerce is ruling the world, right? And hence, Cambridge, you might have heard of liberal arts colleges, which gives you options to choose subjects from any category. You want to make a combination of a science subject, let's say you want to take a physics with economics and a psychology. People who are into software, it is the in thing. It's a preferred choice by many of the universities abroad. Cambridge allows you that right from your 11th standard, right from AS and A level, you can make your choosing of the subjects. Any kind of combinations can be chosen. So yes, it's about, we don't know what are the various career options. So it is about letting them know the various options. Finally, it is the call of the child. He or she decides which way, what do I want to do. Many of us, we started our journey somewhere, but landed up in a complete different stream, right? Can this statement resonate for many of you who started your journey thinking that I will do this, but is doing completely different? Can I have a show of hands who is still not doing? All right. Thank you very much. Yes, so a lot of us understand that. Had someone mentored me during my school years and told me that this is also an option, I probably might have been doing something different. So Mindler, the career counseling company, does that. We have orientations for parents as well as students. Now on that note, it's my sincere request to the parents present here, you come from various professional fields. If any one of you would like to collaborate, would like to contribute, giving a guest lecture, mentoring our students, please let us know. We'll be very happy. Rather, I want to be that selfish person that this talent pool that I have, it gives to our students, what is required. So please let us know that if you would want to give any guest lecture on your fields of your expertise. Inter-school sports, sports in general, we have a very solid team of sports department, and we offer 5 sports here, which all of you have taken a walk through and you've seen. We want to build that kind of spirit in our children, sportsmanship spirit, right from very young age, and hence we take that very seriously. A lot of our teams, whether it is the cricket or the basketball or the football or even swimming, our children we have a school team. We prepare everyone. Again, department-wise, from grades 1 to 9, it works a little differently. So I will leave that to the coordinator to explain. Like in primary years, we want to give a flavor to all the 5 sports. So all 5 days, they are getting a flavor of what we have in the store. But as you move to higher grades, you want to narrow down because you want to practice, you want to take fewer, and you want to hone your skills. And hence, it reduces as we go to higher grades. We'll talk in detail when we split team-wise. And in today's time, SEL is something which is highly required. That is social emotional learning of student. Many times what happens is children are undergoing tremendous pressure. It can be peer pressure. It can be the societies. It can sometimes be the relatives. It can sometimes be us. We ourselves. We are not realizing that. Right? And the child does not know where to vent out, whom to reach out to. Right? It's only the severe cases. And when it's extreme, by then things are too late. So what we have done is, we have a school, we have a professional counselor who is also our psychology teacher for our AS and A level, Miss Hepzibah. We will introduce you to her. She is our school counselor. We want you to briefly sensitize the children. We will also do that. Miss Hepzibah visits all the classrooms in the initial days to let the children know that we have this facility. Anyone, anytime is feeling a bit low or something upsets them, can reach out to our school counselor. Okay, and I skipped the most important part. Just last week on 20th, our Cambridge results were out, and I'm very happy to share that these are our star performers. We had about 38 A stars in our Cambridge IGCSE. You can see those stars to help in reiterating to the child at home that do your daily studies, whatever is, and as I said, it's not building pressure. But whatever new concept has been taught in school, you at least should we expect the child to go back home and revisit that. So homework policy also what we do generally, we do not want to tax the children, but as the first point there clearly says, there's no substitute for hard work. We want you to at least build a habit, a daily routine that the child comes back home. If the child is in primary years, build a habit of about 20-25, depending on the grade level. Again, I don't want to put a timeline for grade 1 versus grade 4. You know that their sitting tolerance is different. So if a grade 1 child is sitting for about 20-25 minutes, grade 4 child can be stretched to 45 minutes to 1 hour. Okay, and similarly increase, but make sure that routine is built. The child is doing daily studies. I was talking to a child some time back, and I just asked him that, can you tell me what your daily routine is? And basically heading towards the study pattern at home. And he just blinked. He did not know. Yeah, yesterday I had homework. I did. Day before there was no homework. I did not do anything. So the concept about routine does not exist. So the day there is homework, the child will sit on the study table. And when there is no homework, they are not even opening the book. And for that, I need a help and support from all of you parents. That build that routine. Whatever has happened in school today, revisit that. Homework is separate thing, right? That is your practice work. What you're doing homework is based on a new concept which was taught today, so that in case you've not understood, your next day getting back to the teacher to clarify your doubts. Importance of consistent effort, I just spoke about that. Build a daily studies routine at home. Foster a growth mindset, embrace challenges and learn from the feedback. We have a system of something which we call as paper confirmation. Whenever there is an assessment that happens, immediately when the teacher is returning the evaluated answer scripts to the students, she does something called as paper evaluation, paper confirmation. That's the time they're explaining what the examiner or what the teacher was looking for in the question. And a lot of times we understand that the child did not even interpret the question properly. They need to be able to comprehend it well. And this art of comprehension, this art of being able to interpret it the right way, a lot of us adults, we struggle. We struggle with that. Given a paragraph, what is the essence that you draw out of it? You probably might have done those exercises where you understand that what I'm trying to say, the interpretation is something which is very, very important. Utilize effective study techniques, implement strategies like active recall and reflective thinking. This is being done in the classroom, and if the child, you just have to reiterate at home. Study. Can you reflect upon? Can you tell me 3 things that you learned today? 3 new things that you learned today. You may understand, you may not understand, does not matter. It really doesn't matter, right? But you have put the seed in the child's mind to at least reflect upon his or her day or the subject or that particular period, what the learning was from that particular module. We have a very trusted assessment at a recognized qualification pattern. Classroom assessment, discuss with your child what went well and how to improve further in formative and summative assessment. I briefly spoke about formative assessment, which are the shorter tests which are given to you, about 3 times in a semester. We have the formative short test, which culminates with a big one at the end of the semester, which is summative. We will give you more details. I don't want to information overload right now. Cambridge Primary and Lower Secondary has progression tests for grades 5 and 10, 5 and 8, those who write the checkpoint exams. And yes, so there's a QR. You can follow us on Instagram. A holistic curriculum at PNC, daily study habits and attendance is mandatory. You will see that if your child has not come to school 2 continuous working days, the 3rd day the teacher reaches out to you. So please make sure that the child has is coming to school, is attending school every day. We've taken up certain initiatives. Gyan Pro is, for the science subjects, right from grades 1 to 8, we have a little kit where our teachers closely work with this company, and this task is already done in the month of February, where our teachers sit with the team, with this Gyan Pro team, to tell them that I'm going to take a topic on, let's say, magnetism. And I want you to come up with a kit where I want 1, 2, 3, 4 objects, so that my students can create a model, can create a working model or sometimes a static model to prove a particular concept. So Gyan Pro is something which has worked beautifully in past couple of years. We children take away these. So my request to parents is that study table that you have provided to your child, let the child keep this on the study table, because you will see that this model, after the concept was taught, they've done hands-on in the class, and this model is taken back as a learning reinforcement for the child. In some cases where it's a physics concept, the formula or the circuitry or the circuit board by itself is there. So on the day of exam or the assessment, every day the child is seeing that. There's no new learning happening. Because the child is every time seeing. So my sincere request, build that kind of aesthetics at your home for a learning environment where child has a space to keep these little models on the study table or somewhere close to the study table. Makerspace, I briefly spoke about. It's a tinkering lab where it's on the 3rd floor. In case you have not visited, maybe you can take a look at it. We are starting with the music lab, keyboard and guitar precisely this year. Every child will get to learn one of the instruments this year. Model United Nation, again, something which is done for the senior students, grades 8 and up. We build our team, we train them. They go to various schools and colleges participating for month. Entrepreneurship program for the senior students. Reading program. Now this is something which we have taken very, very seriously right from grade 1 and up. Please build a reading habit at home. Children are not reading. They are only swiping and scrolling. They are not reading. And we see this more and more as the years are going by. Right? So please build a reading habit. You will receive a lot of intimations from the teachers what all we are doing with regard to reading program, and there has been a very positive response. Children who are not able to read at all by end of the year have shown a dramatic progress, and we are very happy about that. Daily lexicon is again 1 word a day which we are giving out. Again, this is something which we have initiative which we have taken last year, and it's worked well. From early years to grade 12, depending on the age and complexity level that each group can handle, 1 word a day. So invest in that 1 minute, asking the child what was the daily lexicon for today. Okay, I'm very happy. Last year in one of the early years classroom during my regular, when I go for a class observation, I just was striking a conversation with a child, and I asked, so what was the word for today? And I had to repeat this a couple of times. This child asked me, do you mean to say daily lexicon? And I was spellbound. Lexicon word coming from early years child. So you see, it's about reiterating, reinforcing to the children. And that is exactly I want help from all the parents. Ask, force yourself, force the child to, and it's, you have to get a little uncomfortable when you have to learn something new. So make the child use those words as much as they can. Dear time is again one of the measures to make reading program more palatable for children. On Fridays we don't have assemblies on Friday. On Friday we have something called as drop everything and read, dear. So everybody, including the teacher, they sit 15 minutes and they read. It's not essential to read textbook. They can read newspaper, they can have a novel, they can have, and it's not necessary that it has to be in English script. It can be Hindi, it can be French, it can be Kannada, any language, but building the habit to read. NIE is another initiative which is a newspaper in education by Times of India. Library program, every student will very soon, the moment they are issued their ID cards, ID card is mandatory. On that, they will receive a barcode by which they can go to the library and issue a book from there. Juniors have a library period in their timetable, while seniors, during their free hour, during the lunch time, during the break time, they can visit the library and they can borrow books from there. Quality circle time is again something which is spent a good time with the great teacher. A lot of sensitive issues come out there. Also, we make them responsible to listen, to lend their ears sometimes to their friends and their peers. Sports and co-curricular activities are an integral part of our curriculum. We also give equal importance to our art, dance, music, instruments, theatre. We just spoke about library. And we have house activities. So all children from grades 1 to 12 are divided into 4 houses. And you will be receiving their house t-shirts as well. So twice a week we have these house activities. On Fridays, when they are coming in the house t-shirts, those are the days when we have the house competition. To build that camaraderie in the children and to be there for the house, to cheer for the house and get that competitive mode. It is very, very essential that we inculcate this team spirit in children from very early. So those 4 houses, you will get to know which house and the respective color house t-shirts is what will be issued. So once a week is indoor activity and the second time is an outdoor. Field trips are experiential learning, a platform that we give to the students. So field trip is something which is a little short one where they make a quick visit. There has to be a learning outcome when they are going for field trips. So normally you will see that, recently, I think in the month of Feb, when grade 1 made a quick trip to, there's a power grid nearby, very close by. So they did not get down, of course, you're not allowed. But from the bus itself, they sat, the teachers and the students, and they had a quick talk to come back to school and take that electricity topic further, to have further discussion. So those are field trips. And of course, they go for the bigger one where there is team building and making memories for life, which is called as outbound learning. In fact, the senior students have an overnight stay for the outbound learning. Know the school policies, the code of conduct. It's a big list of do's and don'ts. If you can scan the QR, you can download our code of conduct. Importance of daily attendance. Expected behavior and standards as per the school. We expect every child to come in proper uniform every single day, have proper trimmed hair, behave well, respect the peers, respect the elders. And when I say elders, it's not just about the teaching staff. It is about every single adult, every single elder who is present. School uniform and dress code to be followed properly. Now, this is a request to the parents. Do not, and I will reiterate, do not send children with any expensive ornaments. Your child is not here in school to show off that how much any of the wealthy articles. They lose it Your responsibility. We don't want. It is not part of school uniform. So please make sure that you are not giving any expensive jewelry, ornaments to your child. No smart watches. This is banned in school. We do not want children to come with smart watches at all, especially the ones which have a SIM now. So that is complete no, no. No gadgets allowed to the students to be brought. A punctuality to the school, to the bus stop. Request to the parents for the pickup and drop times. Make sure that you are there 5 minutes ahead of time. Student safety is of prime importance to us. There are parents-teacher meetings. These are the windows for our official meetings. Parents-teacher meeting, you will be communicated via the school ERP solution, that is the school element app. Check that every day. All of us present here are into WhatsApp, right? Yes? Okay. This is another app. As simple as that. So it's so important for you that you know what's happening in your child's life, and hence please, please, please keep the notification on so that when there is an intimation from school, believe me, we don't send any junk. Believe me, trust me, we don't do that, okay? So this is an important app for you because that's your only mode of communication with the students and the school authorities. We also have something called as coffee morning. That is one time when we don't speak, we only listen. So please come with your suggestions, whatever things are working good, not working good. We are all ears during the coffee morning sessions. We have a vegetarian food policy. The school serves lunch to everybody and it's only vegetarian lunch. Also, my request to the parents is when you are sending packed lunch or packed snacks for your child, please send only vegetarian food. Now, we do not realize children are children and sometimes in the naiveness they can share. That is one. Two, children are children. They will not know. I like something that's in her tiffin. And it is innocence. You pick it up and you eat. They don't know what's there. Right? So my sincere request to everyone is please send vegetarian food to school if you are sending food items from home. That's our school timings. We expect every single child to have entered the school premise, whether you are coming on your own or by the transportation, school transport, to be on time. The time is between 8 and 8:10 to be in school campus. The assembly starts at 8:10 to 8:25. The last period gets over at 2:55 and we take about 10 minutes for boarding the buses. 3:05 the buses depart from school. Yes, you can scan the QR to have the details. The school provides nutritious vegetarian lunch. That QR, if you scan, you can download the school menu, lunch menu, you can download from there. Yeah. May I proceed? We can circulate as well. Wearing ID is mandatory for all students at all times. Communication mode I have mentioned is circulars, communication through the school element app, that is our ERP. If your child is taking leave, please raise a ticket through the ERP itself and let us know the reason. Ideally, the child should be present here all days, all working days. Do not take unnecessary leave because your child is going to miss out on whatever is happening in school, whatever academic or even the co-curricular activities. That's not going to happen again if your child has been absent. Those are the steps how you complete the profile of your child. So again, spend some time. It will just take you about 5 minutes to complete your child's profile in the school ERP solution, school element app. Okay, now that's our calendar. And when I said do not take unnecessary leave, because The leave are holidays, vacations are already planned. Okay, you can either scan the QR or from the ERP as well. You can check the school calendar. All the events, including the exams, vacations, holidays, everything is mentioned. Kindly plan yourself according to the school calendar. Okay, in case you have any questions with regard to transportation, Mr. Manjunath is the person, that is his email ID. You must have already received an SMS, a message from the transport department. In case you have any questions, queries with regard to that, Manjunath will be here after our orientation. Maybe you can have a word with him. Okay, now that's important for you to understand the school layout. Uh, the gate from where you came is gate 1. Where you entered the school premise today is gate 1. Right, straight ahead is gate 2, which is meant only for pedestrians. So if you are someone who brings the child on your own, the child will be entering from gate 2. Gate 1 will be used only and only by the school buses. Gate C, which is right in front of gate, which is right in front of gate 2, is where the earlier students will be departed from, and the pedestrians. So when you come to pick up your child on your own, the child will be at gate C. You can pick up the child only from gate C. Together, together, embrace tech for a brighter future, nurture minds with balance. So we will be taking up this initiative through various means. If anyone of you would like to contribute towards this for the students, most welcome. Please reach out to us. Let us know how we can take this together, because we want our children to use the technology to learn, to enrich themselves, and not to brain rot. Right? So I'm not taking that topic any further right now, because others are still waiting. Parental involvement, very, very important. Opportunities for volunteering and guest lecture. Spend quality time with your child. All our communications are going to be through the school element, our ERP solution. Attend the parent-teachers meeting and the coffee morning. Quick tips, very, very quick. This is for the parents. Create a safe and loving environment for your child at home as well. Establish routines. I spoke about it. Encourage positive behavior. So even if you want to reprimand your child, I think the way we nurture, the way we correct them has to be a positive tone, so that the child never gets a feel that we hate them. They have to know we hate them doing a certain act and not the child, right? So we have to work together. We have to speak the same language to the child at home and in school. Communicate effectively. Model appropriate behavior. Now, this I was actually seeing it somewhere where the parent is continuously telling the child that don't use mobile. You should not be using mobile. Don't spend so much time. And both mother and father are continuously browsing while making that statement, right? So I think practice before preaching is something that works with everybody, including us. Foster independence. Now, you don't want your child to be, of course, I understand. You love your child, you want to see your child by your side at all times. But do you want your child to be completely dependent on you? No, I think all of us are independent. We want to make our children confident, independent, and hence allow them to do those little things, even at home. Make them responsible. Initially, you might have to train, you might have to spend some extra time, whether it is packing the school bag according to the timetable, or to remember to take a plant or a leaf or whatever the object is required for the day. Hold them responsible. It's only then that they will become independent. Engage in play and learning. Manage misbehavior calmly. We should not lose our cool while dealing with any misbehavior. Support social skills. Stay involved and informed. Let's collaborate to cultivate an environment where every child thrives. With that, I will conclude my speech. That is the team PNC of Cambridge teachers. And now I will quickly touch upon our people that you must know in case you need to get in touch and get some information. Our admin head is Ms. Chaitanya, and I've left her email ID. If Ms. Chaitanya is here, she could come here. Early years coordinator, Ms. Maria Pavitra. Primary coordinator, Ms. Usha. Lower secondary coordinator, Ms. Pooja. Exams officer, Ms. Shanmu Priya. We have started a new role, which is student enrichment and educator development. We are, as I mentioned, we are a PDQ center. So Ms. Vandana is our program leader as well as seat coordinator who will look after the various activities, how teachers are trained for teaching activity-based teaching in the classroom, as well as the various activities which we are having for the students, the house competitions and various initiatives that the children are taking. Vandana is going to head that. And IGCSE and AS A-level coordinator, Ms. Hasiba. With that, I will sign off, and I would like to call my IGCSE ASA level coordinator, Ms. Hasiba, to take over. She is going to address for the high school. After that, we will have our lower secondary coordinator come up and speak and address to you all. So, I'm signing off. Thank you very much. I think I forgot to tell my name. My name is Mini Adhikari. Thank you. You have to put this. You have to wear it for streaming video.
Hello. Good morning, parents and students. My name is Hasiba. I'm the IGCSE AS level coordinator. Okay. Yes, so I'll be handling IGCSE and AS A level, which is advanced subsidiary and advanced level. So IGCSE is commonly the grade 9 and grade 10 syllabus. So yeah, so I'll just talk about the IGCSE curriculum. It is actually the widely accepted curriculum which offers around 5 curriculum areas. Like we deal with languages, humanities, and professional and creative, mathematics, and sciences. So we IGCSE students will learn 7 to 8 subjects to achieve a certificate which is called as Cambridge ICE certificate. ICE means International Certificate for Education. Actually, this Cambridge ICE certificate is very important for your university admissions, and it helps you for your ASA level, which is your 11th and 12th grades. And why we insist to take the 7 to 8 subjects, so that they learn the depth and the breadth of the learning, so that our children are aware of different areas of learning. So we offer English, math, which is mandatory, environmental management, physics or accounts, chemistry or economics, and we offer biology or business studies, ICT, which is or art and design, and Hindi or French. This is in grade 9 and 10. ASA level, we have included psychology, and we have computer science subjects. So I'll move on. What are the events we conduct? We have an Invest Teacher ceremony from grades 9 to 12 and from grade 4. So we undergo a lot of, the teachers put scores of the for the students, and then we'll have an interview process by an interview panel, all the coordinators and principal ma'am, and we select our captains, vice captains, our climate action leader, our school leader, our head girl. So all this happens, and we have a beautiful band team here. Okay, this is a collage of all the activities we did in IGCSE and ASA level. You can see here some cookies there. This is just like a Shark Tank miniature form we have done in grades ASA level, where they baked cookies and they have introduced different flavors to the students and to the teachers, and they have collected that money for animal shelter drive. You can see that child holding a puppy. So and they have collected those charity and have done charity drive, and you can see at different activities. One of our students have gone to Shivanada for his internship program, and you can see chemistry. We have a QCT. Ma'am has already explained about quality circle time. So every morning we'll have QCT, and you can see English projects, physics, chemistry. We believe our students to be confident, reflective, and learn the practical skills. You must be knowing Cambridge curriculum is more about practical approach. So we build that. So I would like to introduce my team, IGCSE and AS level team. Teachers, please come forward. I am also a physics facilitator. I take from grades 10 to A levels. Shanmuga ma'am, who she's our CIE exams officer. Jyoti is our grade 9A class teacher as well as business facilitator. Pooja CP 9B CT class teacher and biology facilitator. Bhagyasri, teachers please come forward so that the parents can see you. Bhagyasri will be our maths teacher, and she's also our Legends House leader. And Sarla ma'am, she's our grade AS class teacher, career counselor, and computer science and ICT facilitator. Miss Reba, our chemistry facilitator. Pooja Singh, who's our lower secondary coordinator, as well as our English facilitator. And we have Chandrasekhar, who's our assistant exams officer, as well as he's going to take mathematics for IG and ASA level. We have Hepzibah, who will be dealing with psychology subject, and she's our school counselor. Gautami with physics for grade 9. Chalapati and Tanusri will be our art and design facilitators. Miss Lavita for accounts. Sanjana for economics. Manjula for environmental management for grade 9 and 10. Neelam for Hindi grade 9 and 10. And Miss Varsha for French grade 9 and 10. She's also the Olympians House lead. So this is our team. Ma'am, this is over, no? Yeah, okay. So I will hand over to Miss Pooja, our lower secondary coordinator, to talk about her curriculum and her team. Thank you. You have to.
Where? I don't need the mic.
So I think it's for the stream.
We're taking the 9th standard parent stuff, right?
Yeah.
We did not make the announcement.
Oh, yes.
Number two, say that tomorrow uniforms are available. So tomorrow uniforms.
Okay, any grade 9 parents, they can join us. They can come and see the classrooms. And tomorrow we have the uniform distribution. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So, myself Pooja Singh. I am the lower secondary coordinator. Sorry. Is it broken? Okay, sorry for that. So, myself Pooja Singh, I'm the lower secondary coordinator, and when I talk about lower secondary, it ranges from grades 5 to 8. So normally grades 6 to 8 are considered as lower secondary, but here in PNCCS we have grades 5 to 8 considered as lower secondary, because here the students appear for the checkpoint examinations, which is twice in a year. Once, not twice in a year, sorry, 2 times, which is once in grade 5, where they appear for the primary checkpoint examinations, and then for lower secondary checkpoint examinations, which is again in grade 8. So these checkpoint exams are nothing but here we test how the readiness of the students, how prepared the learners are for the next pathway, next Cambridge pathway. So transitioning from primary to lower secondary and then again transitioning from lower secondary to IGCSE. So that's the reason we have these checkpoint examinations. Now these checkpoint examinations, they are not at all mandatory for the students, but we do encourage them to participate. We do encourage them to enroll for these examinations. Now in Cambridge Lower Secondary, we follow the Cambridge Lower Secondary curriculum, which is a globally recognized curriculum. So here the teachers very meticulously, they plan their scheme of work, their LPs, which are aligned with the Cambridge Lower Secondary curriculum. So our teachers are not just into imparting knowledge to the students. As an educator, they are supposed to do that. But it's not just about education, about enriching them or building their critical thinking skills. But at the same time, they also build a bond, a connection with their children so that they are able to cater to the individual needs of the students. We also give special attention to students' well-being. So we have regular mentorship programs, which helps us understand our children better. So in short, lower secondary department is where your child starts discovering, where their skills are refined, their critical thinking skills are, we work on their critical thinking skills, the application-based learning, all that is introduced here in the Cambridge Lower Secondary. So here are a few images of our students from lower secondary where they are engaged in various activities. So the first one you can see, that's a picture image from Makerspace. In Makerspace we have all the STEAM subjects which are touched upon. So this is a big image from the Makerspace exhibition where the students are all engaged in exhibiting their projects. Next we have is a sports competition in PNCCS. Overall, not just lower secondary students, they represent our school at various levels, different schools. They go for a lot of inter-school competitions. So that's an image from there. The next we have a project expo, the science expo that we have every year for the lower secondary students. We had a food fest, the drawing competition, and the Gyan Pro. We also have the Gyan Pro kits here for lower secondary where the students do science experiments. Now that's an image of our school's NI newspaper launch where our PNC school, the entire NI newspaper, Times NI newspaper was designed by our students. So our students are reflecting those newspapers, holding it in their hand. We have an image from the OBL. So we take the students for field trips as well as for OBLs. Last year they visited Mysore Palace, Sand Museum for their field trip and also to Rocksport resort for their OBL, which is the outbound learning. We also have a few more images of Makerspace lab experiments here done in LS. Okay, so here I have Miss Ashwarya. She is the English and GP facilitator as well as a grade teacher for grade 6B. Miss Isha, again English and GP facilitator and grade teacher for 7B. Mr. Rob, English facilitator and grade teacher for 7A. Miss Vandana, English facilitator as well as the seat coordinator. So I'll be introducing her once I complete the entire teachers. Miss Usha, GP facilitator. Miss Jyoti, commerce facilitator. Miss Neelam, Hindi facilitator and grade teacher for 6A. Miss Ranjini, our Hindi facilitator. Miss Divya, our Kannada facilitator. Miss Madhumati, our Kannada facilitator once again. Miss Trisha and Miss Varsha, they are our French facilitators. Next I have the maths department here on the screen. Miss Bhagyashri, Mr. Chandrasekhar, Miss Deepika. Miss Deepika is a maths facilitator as well as a grade teacher for grade 5A. Miss Manjula, grade facilitator for 5B. Miss Reshma, grade facilitator for 6C. Miss Gayatri, she is a science facilitator as well as grade teacher for 5C. Miss Gautami, science facilitator as well as physics. And she is a grade teacher for 8A. Miss Pooja CP, biology facilitator, and she is grade teacher for grade 9, not for lower secondary. Miss Sampurna Ghosh, she is a grade teacher for 8B. And here I have the ICT department, Miss Lavanya, Miss Sarla, Miss Shweta Bindu, and Miss Shanmukha Priya. And also the set of our activity department, art, music and theatre. So we have Miss Samragi, our dance facilitator, Miss Maheshwari, our music facilitator, Mr. Chalapati, our art facilitator, Miss Tanushri, our art facilitator, and Mr. Fayaz, who is our theatre facilitator. So he deals in theatres. Now I would like to call upon the stage Miss Vandana. So she is our newly elected seat coordinator, that is Student Enrichment and Educator Development Coordinator. I want her to share a few words with you all.
Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you once again, and thank you so much for being here today. It's wonderful to see so many parents who care deeply about their children's growth, not just in academics, but in all areas of life. We truly believe the learning goes beyond the classroom. Let me share by sharing something fun and exciting about our school, our house system. Every student belongs to a house, namely, green represents legends, Legends House, orange Olympians, blue Titans, and yellow Crusaders. These are the t-shirts that you will be getting, color-coded t-shirts for each house. And these houses take part in different activities like sports, debates, quizzes, and art. It builds team spirit, leadership, and strong bond among students. To keep the house spirit alive, we have made every Friday, please note parents, every Friday a house t-shirt day. We request that students to wear house t-shirts proudly on Fridays. It's a simple way to bring everyone together and build a healthy sense of competition and belonging. Now while we focus a lot on students, we also make sure that our teachers are growing too. I'm proud to tell you that we are Cambridge PNC Center, which means we train our teachers in international high-quality method of teaching. These trainings help our teachers to reflect, try new ideas, and make learning more interesting and effective. We have already completed our first cohort under this program and ready to start our second one. This way, our children are being taught by teachers who are constantly learning and improving themselves. To sum it up, your child is in a school that believes active learning, creativity, and growth for both students and teachers. We want them to feel happy, safe, and excited to learn something new every year. Now, here are some examples of what exactly are we going to do in our house activities. We have lots of student events, lot of competitions, and that is house wise bulletin board competition, debate and elocution contest, art and craft challenge, music and dance, quiz competition, sports fitness league, theatre and education, community outreach projects. These are the competitions, namely which we are going to have. Then some teacher training modules that we have inculcated in our teachers that has differentiated instructions, multimodal learning, assessment for learning, digital tools for teaching, project-based learning, mindfulness and SEL in education, and AI in education. So the teachers will be using all these to innovate our classrooms. Your children will be learning all of these. Thank you so much again for trusting in us, and let's work together to make this great year for our children. Thank you so much.
So, dear parents, I request you all to please update the latest information as well as the pic in the School Element app, because School Element is a very, very important means of communication. So that's the only means of communication between the teachers and the parents. So please edit your profile there in the School Element. I know there has been a lot of information given to you all, and you also must be having a lot of queries. So I now request the parents of grades 5 to 8 to move to the third floor, grade 7A classroom. We have our team of teachers. They will escort you to grade 7A classroom for any queries that you have. So we'll be happy to assist you with that. Thank you. So I now request Ms. Usha, our primary coordinator, to come here on the podium.
Once again, good morning to everybody. I'll just take a minute for the parents to exit the room. I'll just repeat the information. Grades 5 to 8 parents are requested to move to third floor, 7, 8.
Teachers to go along. LS grade teachers. All went? Anyone left? You come later. Okay, others all left?
मेरी मैम ने वहाँ पर बैठने के लिए मुझे भेज कर इसको बताओ प्राइमरी में से
आप कहाँ जा रहे हो?
आपके साथ
अच्छा नहीं, आप रहो, ग्रेड टीचर्स मैनेज कर लेंगी.
तो हमने बोला मैं जाना है तो जाओ
It's okay, we'll manage.
एकदम ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಿಸಿ ಇದೆ ಮಾಡಿ.
Okay, what's your name? Durga. Okay. So Durga, quickly tell me what is the one thing that you did during holidays? Play. Okay. What else? That's enough. You're coming to grade 1, right? Studying. Wow. What did you study? Tables. Very good. Okay. So anybody else who did any bit of studying? Yes. What did you do? What's your name? Sulakshita. Hi Sulakshita. What did you do? Kannada. I think I have actually met you during online interaction. Very good. I'm very happy. So this is something that I request all parents to do. So I am the face you'll be seeing very regularly. And the one thing that I will tell till the time probably you exit from grade 4 is please have good reading habits with your child. So do regular reading with your children. So during holidays it should be right after breakfast, lunch, dinner. 10 minutes of reading is a must. So, okay. So, thank you very much, parents. We will start. So, these are the things that I'm going to quickly discuss. But I see that most of the points are covered by Mini Ma'am already. So, the things that are really required for primary parents, I will discuss that in detail. Okay, so ma'am has already discussed about school timing and book submission. I hope parents, you've all checked your school element app. I've already sent out a circular letting you know how I want the books and what are the books that have to be submitted on the first day, second day, third day. So kindly send it in the same format. Okay, so while we all have labels with our names, it's important that even the textbooks
need to be labeled. If you are sending it in the school white bag, please ensure that even that bag is labeled, because your children and my children are yet to get familiarized with the books. So we have to help them. Please ensure that every book is labeled as per the books list sent to you all. Okay, so timetable will be made live probably by end of day today. So you can see what is the day timetable and what's the weekly timetable. So you will get to see there are a lot of activities and there are a lot of co-curricular activities plus lot of core subjects happening. How are the subjects divided? Everything you will get in your desktop version or laptop version timetable. In mobile, you can see a single day timetable. Now, I request parents to actually take a printout and ensure that it's there on their study table. Get them into slowly, not in grade 1, but probably grade 2 onwards. Get them into a habit of packing their own bags. Okay? So, you will see a lot of circulars. There's a homework schedule and all that. I will explain that to you all in a little while. Okay? So, sports. How many of you are excited about sports? Yes, I'm very excited about sports because PNC is the only school where you get to play 1 hour every day. Sorry, 45 minutes every day. Who's that clapping? It should be louder, I feel. Yes. So, now every day do you just do skating? No. Every day do you do swimming? No. So per day there is a schedule that on Monday there will be skating for my class. Tuesday it's going to be football. So we have 5 sports: swimming, skating, football, cricket and basketball. So your children will play each sport every day. At the end of grade 4 or maybe in grade 5, by then I'm sure our learners are able to tell, Papa, I like football. So I am going to take football regularly in grade 5 onwards. Okay, but until then we want our children to play all sports. Okay, skating kits, very important. Our children are very tiny, bags are heavier than them. So once you submit the skating bags, please label the skating pads, the helmet, everything possible, because the skating bags will be kept in the school. It's not going to be returned until maybe when we have a longer vacation of Dasara, Diwali or Christmas, we will send it. You can take it home, bring it back when the school reopens. On the last day of school, we will hand over the skating kits. So we are not expecting the children to carry skating bags in and out of school. So uniform, again, ma'am has already told you about it. So please ensure that that is followed. And health practices, yes, children need to get their personal water bottle, and you need to have you can send one snack box, a healthy one. And if your children are using the school transport, you can send another snack box. So as already mentioned by Mini ma'am, it's vegetarian food only. So all that protein and anything else you want to give, please use it for breakfast or dinner or after they come back. But during school, please ensure that you're sending only vegetarian food. Okay, so what is the task? It's a module in the school element tab. This is for your homework. So your children, as Mini ma'am already has informed, children must get into a practice of everyday studying, which means there will be homeworks also every day. But as teachers, we have thought a lot over it, and we have ensured that even the homework timetable is made in one such way that they will not have more than 2 homeworks in a day, and it will be maximum 10 minutes to 20 minutes. So apart from that, please inculcate the habit of asking them, what did ma'am do today? You may not get into a conversation of what did ma'am exactly explain. That might not be required. You can just ask them to see the pictures and probably explain what is done to start with initially. Sharing method, so there's a task that will be coming out to you by around 3:34. So you can go through that, and that unit number, page, everything will be mentioned. So you can do that and send it back. Grade 3 onwards, we are going to encourage learners to write homework in their book. 1 and 2 will also write. 3 onwards, we encourage students to tell their parents that this is my homework. You don't have to see the app. I know my homework. Okay. And again, ma'am has already talked about digital well-being. So while we can't get away from digital completely, but little wherever possible, I think we should minimize that. Okay, so yes, classworks will be checked. The learner's book, whatever books they have, it will be checked. So in case there is anything, you can let us know. Okay, again, as I said, I'll be one person who will be talking a lot about reading program. So there is a reading program class which is introduced in the timetable. So on one of the days, you'll actually see a period called as reading program. So again, it's a very structured way. Grade 1, I do not have a specific book that I'm giving them, but grade 2 onwards, I have a book. You must have seen your books list also. I have a book which is given to the students. So that will be done in class. So again, it's going to be a lot of role plays. It's going to be a lot of discussion. So we will start that. And we will also ask children, what do you think? You've done chapter 1. What do you think happens next? So those kind of, rigor with reading is what we are trying to inculcate. So I strongly urge my primary parents to have these kind of reading habits at home also. And especially before going to bed, instead of a gadget, please pick up a book and give a book to your child also and get them to read. House activities, ma'am has explained, Vandana ma'am has also explained, but what is it for primary? I'll quickly give a gist. Again, it's a combination of literary and non-literary activities, and it's on Wednesday and Friday. So to link to this, I want to tell you all that this year there is something called as a house t-shirt. So all your children belong to one particular house. So you will receive a house t-shirt sometime this week or next week. So every Friday, remember that your child has to wear the house t-shirt and the denim and not the regular maroon t-shirt. This is one thing that you might want to keep a note of, because there's lots happen on Friday and Wednesday during house activities. So we want to identify the children as different houses. It's always good to have a good team spirit. So you will get circulars about what activity is going to happen a week before. So you can prepare your child. It's not that only these students have to participate. Everybody is welcome. They can participate in every house activities. It's absolutely fine. They can participate. We will take auditions and we will actually see how they're doing, and the best ones will be picked and the finals will be done. So you'll get more information on this. Okay, so this is our core subjects. English, Math, Science are called as Cambridge subjects. Cambridge Global Perspective also is a Cambridge subject, but as of now we don't have it for primary checkpoint. So these are the subjects. Kannada is mandatory from grades 1 to 8. You can have a choice between Hindi and French. If you have not made the choice, please do it today, because any kind of section change has to happen before that. Okay, other subjects with the pictures you will get to know already: dance, music, theatre, and we also have instruments this year. Okay, library again, as I said, there's a lot of rigor regarding reading, and there is a structured program as well. So children do visit the library once a week, and our librarian also ensures that that program is also very structured. She does check how children are reading and she helps them out. Book borrowing happens after week 3. For grade 1, as of now it's not there, but I'm not saying that it's not there for the entire year. Let them get used to our Cambridge books first, then we will definitely ensure that they also borrow books from the library. Okay, so how do you interact with us? If you want to talk to me, if you want to talk to our class teachers, subject teachers for anything, the mode of communication is called as Talk to Us. So if you open your phones, you can actually see there's a module called as Talk to Us. So you can open a ticket over there letting us know what is it. So if it's related to academics, ensure you choose the option academics. Only then it comes to Usha ma'am, which is me. Otherwise, it goes to admin. or if it's related to books and fees, it does go to other different departments of the school. So anything related to academic, please choose the option academic so that I can address it as soon as possible. The time is within 48 hours, but I will try and respond, get a reply as soon as possible. Okay, so PTM schedule, especially in primary, everyday PTMs are also good, but we have 3 scheduled PTMs. One PTM happens in the first semester, the second PTM happens right after our semester 1 exam, where you get to meet only the class teacher. But first semester PTM, you get to meet every single subject teacher. Okay, you get 5 minutes time, you go meet English teacher, then you swap to math. So you get to meet all the teachers and you can have a constructive feedback from every subject teacher for your child. Right after the holidays, it's only with the class teacher. Semester 2, again we run the cycle again, where you get to meet all the subject teachers in semester 2 also. So totally we have 3 PTMs. Okay, assessments again, ma'am has already given a brief. So we have formative assessment, summative assessment. Formative assessments are important to keep the rigor and ensure that our children are learning every day, studying every day. It's not to get the fear of exam, formative assessment. It's a casual assessment. But if they are doing everyday studying, this is not a big deal at all. Okay, so yes, very important. Collaborate with us. I'm sure many of you, like I am a teacher, I'm a coordinator. All of you are from different professions, or your interests are with something else also. So please let us know if you want to volunteer for a guest lecture or anything. And if it is related only to your child also, let's collaborate together. If there is an issue, we are here to help you. But let's work as a team. Let's work together to help our child. Ultimately, they are the winners. Okay, so I really like this quote. Education is a team sport. When parents and teachers play on the same side, children always win. They must win. And we together have to do that. So, with this, I have to take 2 questions. 2 parents actually raised a ticket, raised a question on Google form which we had shared earlier regarding swimming suit. If you already have a swimsuit, you don't have to purchase another one. While we preferred that it's a full suit for some reasons, but it is fine if they already have one. Please don't invest on another one. Field trips. Okay, so we have one field trip which is a educational field trip, and the other one is called as an OBL. It's called as an outbound learning, where we take them out. We do a lot of activities and games which focus on bonding, social skills and all that. So if I call both as trips, yeah, there'll be 2 trips. But apart from that, in primary, we just take them to a market nearby. We'll just probably take them to a BBMP office. So those are little tiny field trips. But the main one is in one semester, first semester, and the second one is later. And list picture of your child, update it, update the profile with the correct date of birth and all that. Please fill it up so that it will be easy for us to complete the ID card procedure within a week at least. And it's definitely required for new children and for grade 1s. So it's my request, parents, please update it as soon as possible. Okay, so now I want you all to meet my team. Okay, she's Shimna, Miss Shimna. She takes science. She's a class teacher for grade 1A. Priya Lakshmi ma'am is class teacher for grade 1B and she handles GP. Bhagya Lakshmi ma'am is a class teacher for grade 1C and she handles math. Somdatta ma'am and Mamta ma'am are my pillars for grade 1 who will ensure that they are with, like a radar, with my grade 1 teachers at all times. Shweta Bindu ma'am takes ICT and she's a class teacher for 2A. Triveni ma'am is my class teacher for 2B and she takes English. Lavanya ma'am handles ICT. and she's the class teacher for 2C. Today, Trisha ma'am, I have to introduce you to Trisha and Varsha ma'am, but I want to also let you know that from school they've actually gone to France for a workshop for 3 weeks. So that's the reason Trisha ma'am is not here, but 2D class teacher is Trisha ma'am and she's the class, she takes French. Pratima ma'am is a class teacher for 3A and she handles English. Pujita ma'am takes math for 3B. Not just for 3B, she's a math facilitator. Kirtana ma'am takes math and she's a class teacher for 3C. Anandita ma'am, she's a class teacher for 4A and she takes science. 4B is Ashwini ma'am. She will also join us on Monday. As of now, she is not with us. Anju ma'am is our class teacher for 4C and she takes English. Can I please request my language team to come inside? Before that, Aishwarya ma'am takes GP, followed by Deepika ma'am. They're not my class teachers as such, but they take a subject for me. She's Deepika and she takes math. Neela ma'am, Ranjini ma'am, please step in. Neela ma'am, Deepika ma'am is our swimming coach. Tanu ma'am is my art facilitator. Chalapati sir is here. He's also our art facilitator. Ravi sir is our HOD and he takes football. Roshan sir, skating. Babu sir, he's our PE coach. Okay, we also have Mujamil sir. He takes basketball. Salim sir is for cricket. So I hope I've touched on everything. So you all know your class teachers also now. So any other questions, you can stay back here and ask me while we'll stop the live streaming. We can stop here and take the questions. After that, you can go to your class teacher. You can go with your class teachers to the classes. Yes, as ma'am introduced, this year we are having our Torrance team. So I want you all, three of you to come on stage, please. So please come on stage. Okay, so I'll hand over the mic to them so that they can introduce themselves. And this is a new inclusion in PNC. So over to you.
A very good afternoon to everyone. My name is Arindam. I'm coming from a very beautiful state of Assam, and I'm the new guidance instructor here. And I'm really looking forward to have a great time teaching students and learning from these beautiful, amazing people over here. And that's it. Thank you so much.
A very good morning to all parents present here. So I'm Paul Anthony and I'll be teaching keyboard for all your lovely children here. And I have an experience in the field of music for around 15 years and I played the keyboard, the organ, and yeah, we can do something bright with music with all the children. Yeah, thank you.
Good afternoon, parents. I'm Shalu, and I'm into management, managing the school, the music education and school. And we are very happy to be here, part of PNC, and we are happy to serve your kids with music education. And we are Torrents, and we are spread across India and US, a US-based company. So we for now this year we teach guitar and keyboard. For grade 1 to 3, we are going to teach ukulele, the smaller version of the guitar. And our curriculum, we have our own curriculum, which is going to be, age appropriate and also output oriented. So maybe like within 2-3 classes, we make sure that your child is definitely going to play a song. That is how our curriculum is designed to be. Yes, so we are all very excited and looking forward to put in a lot of music to your kids' life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. That's exactly what we want from the team, and we want our children to experience a lot of things. So thank you very much, parents, and thanks done to this batch because you have stayed from the start till the end, and it's important because we want to partner with you till our little ones actually reach AS and A level also. So once again, from PNCCS, thank you very much.